the world? Like, which artists have you worked with aside the ones you mentioned?
Yeah, so I've worked with an artist called JC.
JC.
Yeah, JC.
Alright guys, so once again I'm here on your screen, and like I always tell you, anytime a prominent person from anywhere comes to Germany or Hamburg to be precise, we try our best to have a sit with him on Labote YouTube channel so we can have a one-on-one talk. Today I'm inside Vamp Session or Revamp Session Studios, and I'm here with a guy who's just coming from Ghana, and he's a music producer. So I want us to have a conversation with him so I'll get to know him personally. So he goes by the name Samuel G. So Samuel G, it's nice to have you. Nice to have you. You know, so I was having a conversation with your brother, and then we're trying to see how we're going to discuss and do a couple of things together. Then he mentioned to me that, his brother is in town, and he also, first he said something like you are a music artist. So all this while I was thinking, he's a music artist, Yeah. So just for me to show up here today, and then he said to me, you're not just a music artist and you're a producer as well. I'm like, the first place, and then let's get to know what you do. So, but before we kick in, I just first want to know, why the name Samuel G? Because we have other producers that sometimes they like to use different names and just not use like Samuel G, but yours is just Samuel G. So why the name Samuel G first? Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I'm very much inspired. I was inspired by Michael Jackson to start doing music, right?
Oh, okay.
So Michael Jackson has been my biggest inspiration for doing music. Mm-hmm. And Michael Jackson is his real name,
Oh, okay.
I wanted to use, my full name Samuel Gordon, but it doesn't sound too musical.
Oh, I see.
Or maybe it does, I don't know. But I just felt like I wanted to just do it Samuel G. So G stands for a lot of things. Also, my name Gordon, last name is Gordon, and then gold, great.
G stands for God too. Don't forget that.
Yes, but God is too big for me,
I understand. I understand.
I just, I was like, Samuel G. Some people call me Samuel Grammy. Because they say I'm going to win the Grammy. But watch out, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
So,
first time you hear it.
Working it out. Yeah.
Towards that.
So when I win the Grammys, your interview is going to be, because this is the first time I'm ever mentioning the Grammys, right? So your interview is going to be. You guys are watching this in real time.
They are watching.
Watch out. When I win the Grammy Awards, God willing, this interview is going to be played again.
Nice, you heard it.
You heard it here first.
You heard it.
Heard it here first. So this is an exclusive. So this is an extra $10,000 for me, bro.
So tell me, who is Samuel G?
All right. So Samuel G is a passionate young African visionary, right? Who is very passionate about excellence, motivation, and people following their dreams and stuff like just being courageous enough to do something worthwhile on earth, And the way that I portray this vision and this passion is through music, right? That's the best way I express myself. And so who I am really is intertwined with what I do, right? So I like to, just inspire people. I'm really big on that, and that's what I do all the time. Like if I have a conversation with anybody you can ask, you had a conversation with Samuel. They'll tell you it was an inspiring conversation. I always want to inspire people. I always want to motivate people to be their best, to do what they're doing, take it to the next level. Like if I meet people who are doing anything, I'll just say, what you're doing is great. If it's great, of course, I'll be honest with but if it's great, I'll just say, hey, do it well. And do your best, That's basically who I am.
That's basically So with all these things that you mentioned, you've described, is that the main reason why you decided to be a producer?
No, I wanted to be a producer. I've always been an artist first, obviously.
Okay, artist before producer.
So the reason why I did production, and I actually have it written down in my diary or something like that. I still have it.
Okay.
I was about 12 years old.
Okay.
And I said, I want to learn how to be a producer. Why? And I wrote the reason why in the book. It's because if I am a producer, I can produce my own songs and record myself.
Okay.
Because I knew that, of course, it wasn't going to be easy. Especially back in the day, it was more expensive. Even till now, it's expensive to go to a studio and record.
Okay.
And if I wanted to be an artist, how can I get beats? How can I get my music produced?
Okay.
So I decided to learn it myself. So that is what motivated me to be a producer. And then, of course, it makes things easier for me because I can produce my own stuff, and it just makes everything easier as an artist.
I find that quite interesting. So what are you trying to say, or what you're trying to tell me, that so you wanted to be an artist all this while, but you felt like if you first end up being a producer and knows how to go about this, it'll be much more easier for you to handle the artist side. That's very interesting.
And I had my ideas since I was 12 years old.
It's not everybody that sees things from that point of view and decide to approach it like the way you did. That's good. So tell me, as a producer, what are some of the duties, or what are the things that you have to do as a producer? Because you hear a lot of people saying they're a producer, they do this, but people actually don't know what it is that a producer does. So as a producer.
Yeah, so this is a very, very, and I know some people are going to bash me for this, but I do believe that, today I don't know, but I just feel like giving you some controversy today.
It's okay.
I want this show to blow up, right?
It's okay.
So I'm really going to, I'm really, like sometimes I'm reserved, but today I'm going to say my mind.
Let it flow, yeah.
There's a difference between a producer and a beat maker, right? And this has sparked debate. A lot of people on Twitter, who's a beat maker, who's a producer. A beat maker is somebody who can, I mean, now there are a lot of softwares and technology, right? You can get some loops, put it together, and it might accidentally sound good. A producer is somebody who, an artist, a real artist can come to and say, hey, this is a song I've written, and I want you to produce it for me. Now, at this point, your loops are not going to help you. Your pre-recorded chords and guitar loops are not going to help you there. Now you have to listen to the song, find the right progression for it. That could be a loop as well, but you're going to create the loop yourself because it's a magical process, right? So you create something that will go throughout the whole song and know the right elements, the right kicks to use, the right drum pattern, the right genre to, you know, having that right vision to put the whole thing together. That's the job of a producer. That musical insight and understanding that, okay, here, we're gonna break it down here, or we're gonna change this. That's a real producer, right? So for me, from everything, like, you know, sound selection, what sounds am I gonna use, what genre is this song gonna be in, that is production for me. And it's different from beat making, because beat making, sometimes you can just put some things together and then accidentally it sounds good. That's beat making, and then it's a beat you give to somebody who writes with it. It's all good, but as a producer, you need to really have like in-depth understanding about music. It's not even about playing instruments, because there's a great producer, Sass. He produced for Drake and, you know, Wizkid and all that. I learned he doesn't play instruments. But he has that deep understanding of music. He knows what to put together. He knows what to do, you know. And so, yes, that's what a producer is. So basically, you know, just orchestrating the sound, knowing what tunes to use, what sounds, what things to, you know, putting all the magic together to make it sound good. That's a producer's job.
Okay, Samuel G, thanks for taking the time to explain. Well, tell me, speaking about being a producer, did you learn anything in regards to being a music producer, or it was just all talent and it's grown and developed?
And also learning. Now, this is the thing. So I haven't, and maybe one day I'll demonstrate this on camera one of these days, but when I was like, I don't know, I was very young, I was maybe 12, 13 years old, I discovered, I actually learned how to play. No, this was way before when I was 13 years old, because I learned how to play bass guitar at 8 years old. And I think at 9 or something like that, I realized that I had a unique ability to play by ear. So for example, if I hear a song, I don't need to learn it. That sound translates into notes that I understand. So I can hear a song for the first time. If it's just like a simple melody, I can play it without having to practice it. So that is a unique ability that helps me to produce, because if somebody sings something, or if I have a melody in my head, I can quickly translate it into like my softwares and all of that and make it sound like, you know. So I didn't really learn from anybody in production as a whole, but I already had like the understanding of the basics of music, right? So that was like inbuilt, it was talent, it was just God's gift, because nobody taught me, because it's difficult to teach somebody that. Now there's some people who are professionals, but they can't do those things, right? Now, so I had the idea, of course, I wanted to learn, I had the desire for it. Then I stumbled on a software called FL Studio years ago, and my dad actually wanted to teach us French. He wanted us to learn French, so we bought a software for learning French. Right? And on that software, there were, I don't know, coincidentally, there was a software on there called FL Studio. So when I came home, I put it on my computer, and I like music, right? So I spent more time on that one than the French lessons. I wasn't taking the French lessons seriously. And when this was this old computers, right? Desktop computer. So when I pressed the computer keyboard, it was piano.
Oh, okay.
So I was very intrigued. I was like, oh, my keyboard can be a piano. Wow, I'm going to spend time on this. Okay. And that was when the love for music came in production. Okay. And I was spending so much time on it, and I learned everything. And then I was listening to all the top songs, and then I was just trying to redo the beats. And that's how I learned.
It's good that you have this thing explained, but people always say sometimes when something comes to you or you feel like this is something that is in you and it's a talent, there's still a need for you to like polish it a little bit in school. Yeah. So that's why I want to find out. So,
well, with art, no. With art, no, because I mean, yes, of course, you can always learn, right? But let's look at all the biggest producers and musicians in history. Now, very few of them. Maybe I don't want to throw numbers out there, but I can bet that more than 90% of the greatest musicians never studied it. Like they never really
studied it. It was all pure talent.
Because it's all based off of pure talent. Like all the commercial, like biggest whatever. Of course, if you want to, why not? You want to polish it, you want to learn more.
Oftentimes, I hear people say things like hard work always beat talent.
Definitely.
Or it doesn't apply in this situation.
No, it applies. It applies in the success part, commercial success part of it. Yeah. Because obviously, if there's a producer who is very good and he doesn't do enough beats and he doesn't know, obviously he's not going to go anywhere.
All right. So, speaking of which, I had a conversation with your brother. I found out that he said that. So you moved from North Africa to Ghana, and which year was that again?
2016.
2016. Yeah. So when you moved to Ghana, were you already into beats?
Of course, yes.
Or were you already a producer by then?
I was already a producer by then.
Oh, okay. Yes. So honestly, I gotta be honest with you. This is the first time I've been hearing of you, even though we know there are a lot of producers in Ghana. So, which artists have you worked with in Ghana so far as a music producer?
So I've worked with Tic Tac. I mean, Tic Tac is one of the most prolific artists I've worked with because he's a legend. And Tic Tac, if you know, I mean, Tic Tac is one of the founding fathers of hip life and this whole Afrobeat. Wizkid recently sampled his song.
Okay.
Joe Boy. And CK.
Okay.
These guys CK had the biggest, maybe the biggest in history, Afrobeat history.
Okay.
And Joe Boy sang a line of Tic Tac song on his new song recently.
His new song, yeah.
Fefe Nemfe. I also sampled that word on my new song, Soma, as well. But that's how big Tic Tac's influence is on our modern Afrobeat space. That is one of the fastest growing genres in the world. Yeah. So me working with Tic Tac is one of the most prolific artists, and it's a blessing because one thing about Tic Tac is he's extremely talented. He's gifted, very gifted. And of course, he's a legend. So me working with him, I really learned a lot of things from him.
Okay.
Because he has that insight, and he dabbles also into he'll tell you as a producer, no, use this sound, so this is how you need to. He really shed a lot of light on certain things I needed to do to make my production more quality, So.
Well, you saying you work with Tic Tac now, that's a big thing. I mean, for Tic Tac to even agree to do something with you, then that means
big. He gave me a chance. He featured me on his song. He actually featured me on his song Forever with me on there. You can see that on YouTube and all that. And I was honored. I mean, that was right after he featured Kwame Eugene and Kiddy. And then he featured me after that. Right after that. So it was a big moment for me, and I really appreciate it. And I'm always grateful. And he always supports me, always shares my songs, always, And we have a great relationship as well. We have a very good relationship.
Okay, so you mentioned a song called Forever, and you said he featured you on it, right? So
and then a new one also, Wayo. With him and Joe Fraser, Big Joe Fraser.
So I just want to find out, so the Forever that you mentioned, were you the one who produced it?
Yes, all of them, yes. Every song he has featured me on, I produced it myself.
So every song Tic Tac featured you
on, I was produced by me.
You produced, okay, that's good. So apart from him, which other artists have you worked with?
So with him, we did a song also with Kwame Eugene.
Which song did you do with Kwame Eugene?
It was a song called, it was actually, it's not out yet, so I don't want to mention the name of the song yet because it's not out. But it was him, Kwame Eugene, and Ochame Kwame.
Ochame Kwame, okay.
Then I also produced a song for him, Edem, Agbe Edem, and Joey B.
Joey B.
Yeah. And that is, I don't know if I should mention the name, I don't want to mention the name. I don't know. So then also I produced a song for Guru as well. Guru and another artist, it was also a new artist, but I produced a song for Guru and him as well. And then there are a few other ones, I don't remember. There's another, there are a few other ones.
All right. So the thing is, you've mentioned a whole lot of artists that you work with, but then this is what I want to find out. I don't know, maybe personally, maybe I'm a little bit out of the game, but like I said, this is, when I spoke to your brother, that's when I got to know about you. So if you work with all these artists, how come your name is not out there that much, or
That's a
People
good
don't know
question.
you that way. Yeah,
That's a good
exactly,
question.
yeah.
I like that. It's good. So we have two types of success.
Okay.
Most people don't know that we have commercial success, and then we just have like success, right? So, for example, if you're an artist or a producer, there are many producers and artists who are more successful in terms of what they see, because success is relative, to be honest, you know. So there are some artists and producers who are not popular, but they are very, very rich. They make a lot of money from their music.
Okay.
And they don't have the commercial success, you know. And the entertainment is a very dicey business. It's a very dicey business, and it's very volatile. For me, it's very important to not just be famous, but I want to be famous and rich at the same time. I don't want to have just commercial success and nothing to back it up, because then it makes things difficult for you as an artist. And at least for me personally, that wouldn't be success to me.
Okay.
For some people, that would be success. To me, it's not success. So I had to, from the beginning, I was like, I had to evaluate my business, you know, module. How am I going to operate? What kind of producer do I want to be? And I believe I'm successful in my vision, because I have worked with important people all over the world, not only in Africa, but all over the world. And by the grace of God, I've done some very great things in terms of like music as an artist and as a producer. But I'm doing things my own way.
Okay, so
right?
if you said you've worked with a lot of artists all over the world, like which artists have you worked with aside the ones you mentioned?
Yeah, so I worked with an artist called JC.
JC.
Yeah, JC, not
JC.
JC.
Okay, not the JC we know. This is JC.
So this is the thing. So many of the artists I would mention,
Yeah.
you don't know them.
Oh, okay.
Right? Many of them you don't know them, but they are successful in their own right. They're doing their own thing. They move things around. They are not commercially, you know, acclaimed like globally or anything like that, but they are doing their own thing as well.
Well, let's put it this way: when you say they are not successful, you know, this
commercially, I mean, they're successful, but not commercially global.
The whole music thing or the whole this industry thing is something that has gone with. Once you have something good out there, it's obviously out there, and everybody will see it.
No.
You know, let's put it: if you are an artist and you're doing music, and you go to concerts, and you have a lot of good music and people are streaming, obviously it's out there for everybody to see. So when you say they are successful, but not in a, what was the word you use again?
Global commercial.
They are not global. And that's the point I'm saying. If you should mention the name of an artist or someone you've worked with or done something, and they are successful and they are music, just with a tab, when someone check out their name and say, oh, okay, you did this for so and so, you did this with this guy, and they are out there. So it's not necessary that everybody knows them. Say like maybe you call someone's name and as we're having the interview and someone decides to check them out on YouTube and say, oh, okay, really, yeah, that's a big guy, he's doing good. If you're a good if you're a good artist and you have the music and it's not out there and nobody knows, like you're keeping the success under. I had an interview with a guy and he said he's been doing music for 13 years. And on his page on YouTube, he just had some 5 music videos. And then I asked him, you've been doing music for 13 years. And you have just 5 music videos.
Crazy.
And then he's like, he put in some of them private. And so that's the point I'm trying to make. So when I ask you the people you've worked with, all I just need to know is their names. Probably someone might be interested.
For sure. Yeah,
that's the thing.
No, the reason why I was saying is because you were saying you were asking if they are known globally. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. That I'll mention them. That I've worked with JC. JC is one of the prolific artists I worked with. I've worked with Honey 7. I've worked with an artist called X Nico, and I collaborated with him and another sound engineer who is a Grammy Award winner. His name is Ashby Mix. He mixes for Nicki Minaj and stuff like that. We collaborated on My Grateful remix, and he was on the song as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I've worked with other artists. Who else am I going to mention? I'm going to Preach. There's another German artist which is doing really well as
Preach.
well. Preach, which he also. We did a video together as well. So JC actually flew down to Ghana and we did a music video together.
Oh, okay.
Right, and it was a great experience. Honey 7 also came to Ghana. We did a music. They're both American artists actually.
Oh, okay.
They came down to Ghana. We did music videos and all that. It was great. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So let me ask you, what makes you different from other producers out there? What will make an artist want to come to you?
Okay, so the difference is this, right? One thing about me is I always bring out the best in artists when I work with somebody. You can be an artist who doesn't sing really well, and I'll still figure out a way to bring out the best in you. So imagine if you're talented, we'll create magic together.
Create magic, okay.
You know, so basically, yeah, that's just in a nutshell.
All right, guys. So like I always say, we are still on Labote YouTube channel, and I'm here with Samuel G. He's a music producer, and he lives in Ghana, and he's all the way here in Germany, and we're having a conversation with him. So speaking of which, tell me, what brought you here to Germany?
So I came on tour. I actually performed at a very, you know, it was maybe one of the highlights of my career. So it was on the U.S. Army base in Kaiserslautern here in Germany, the southern part of Germany. And you know, there's this Juneteenth is a big celebration. It's a you know when slavery was abolished. So it's a celebration. So I came to perform at the Juneteenth event. It was really, really incredible, you know, and you can see the videos on my social media.
We'll check them out,
So I performed for all the generals of the army and the chiefs and all of that, and it was really a mind-blowing experience because, you know, it was great. It was a great experience because this is actually the time I never really knew what Juneteenth was. To be honest, I never knew what it was. And me learning about the whole history and everything and understanding how important it is. You know, it was really great. You know, really so that's one of the main, and I did other shows as well, but that was one of the main ones.
Because I remember I saw one show like that. It's called a Naji or something.
Yeah, the Naji Festival. I also performed at the Naji Naye. They call it Naye Festival last Sunday. It was also nice. It was a live band. It was really, really dope as well.
So being an artist and a producer, coming from Ghana and performing here in Europe or Hamburg to be precise. How do you see the reception in terms of how do the audience welcome you as you performing?
To be honest with you, brother, the reception has been crazy, amazing, really, really great reception, man. And I don't perform only for Africans, but you know, other nationalities, Americans. Like I said, I went to perform for Americans, Europeans, Asians, Arabs, Africans, different parts, and the reception is always super. The reception is really great.
All right. The
reception is great.
Well, guys, like I said, so we are still here on Labote YouTube channel, and I'm here with Samuel G.
Subscribe, man.
The music producer. Yeah.
You know the vibe.
I've seen other songs that you have on YouTube, and I saw this one. I think you did a cover. I think it's a song from, is it Cardi, Bitch Better Have My Money or something like that?
That's way long ago, man. When did you get that, man?
Yeah, I saw it on YouTube.
Okay. Then you did very serious research.
Yeah, and you have this other song that you have there that is called Suma.
Yes.
So now what I want to ask you, as someone who produces, if you put a song out there on YouTube and you realize that it's not got a lot of views, because one of the way that sometimes you can tell how good something is by the number of people that have seen it, by the views. So say you put a song out there and you are so confident that this song is a good song, then you realize that you're not actually getting a lot of views from the song. Do you still think you did a good job? Because sometimes it's left for the audience to...
Absolutely. You see, the thing is, the world is very unique, okay? And these dynamics are very, very complex sometimes.
The reason why I asked you that,
it's a good, I love
the reason I asked you that, if I'm an artist and you say you are a music producer and you are an artist as well, you sing, and you should put out something there, I really want to believe that whatever you put out there should be a boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because you will not, because it's more like a way of you trying to market yourself. So if you should put something out there and it's not really selling, then what actually means that in my head I will conclude, he said he's a producer and an artist, and even what he puts there is not that going that fast. So what shows that there's going to be some magic if I do something with him?
Now, this is the thing, right? So it doesn't only apply to music, it applies to everything.
Okay.
Right? It applies to YouTube, you have a YouTube channel, I'm sure you have a YouTube channel, I'm sure you do interviews and all of that. Yeah. It applies to everybody. Yeah. Now, between a start of something and success, in between is what? Time, right? Yeah. It's not the same for everybody. But we have objective opinions. Okay. And then we have opinions like, I think, it's my taste, whatever. Objectively, if I'm able to perform in front of 10,000 people, which I have done a number of times, if I'm able to perform for a number of people, and also not only just 10,000 people, but a specific caliber of people who have won Grammy Awards, who have won millions of dollars of plaques or whatever, who have sold out.
You work with them.
I've worked with those people.
Can you tell us one of those? TikTok.
TikTok says a lot of great things about me.
Okay, all right. Someone will say TikTok is an OG.
Nana Darkman is the one I listen to. Nana Darkman when I grew up, people have tattoos of Nana Darkman. That's how big he was. He didn't even know that he was big in North Africa. He was huge. Okay. Now, you know what Nana Darkman calls me? Calls me Samuel's Grammy.
Oh, okay.
Right? If people like this, and one of the great legend producers in Germany, his name is Jan van der Toon. He's a German legendary producer, and he said, he loves my stuff. We worked together, and he was like, "Yo, this is my." If I have these kind of responses from people like this, that means the objective opinion or the objective, let me just say, objective opinion is certified, is approved. It means what you're doing is good. Now it's just a matter of time for us to present it to the masses in a large scale, because the same energy it takes for 5 people to like your work. For example, you dropped a video on YouTube, you got 5 likes. Your interview, people are like commenting, "Yo, you're very good in this interview thing. You're very good. You're very good. You're very good." It's 5 people they like it. It's the same, by extension, the same principle applies to if 5 million people are going to like your video. But it's just that 5 million people have not seen it yet.
Okay.
Marketing. This is where marketing comes to play. I mean, do you know how much major labels spend? Hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, to blow up a song. Okay. Check the marketing budget of Beyonce. Check the marketing budget of huge artists who already have a fan base. Okay. You find out they spend millions of dollars to put marketing campaigns out there, billboards and all of that, for the song to be a success. So it's a whole lot of things.
So in other words, what you're saying is that if you have a music video on YouTube, and let's say you have a music video all the way back from 7 years, 2 music video. One has got like say 7,000 views, and the other one has got say like 200 views. You're just telling me that they're both good songs. It's just that you marketed one and you didn't market the other.
Exactly.
That's what you were saying.
Because even with my song Suma, I dropped it, and now I think we're at 60,000 plays on Spotify.
Oh, okay.
I haven't checked Apple Music this week yet.
And here's the thing, like you say, this particular song you're talking about called Suma, I think you dropped it, how many, is it 4 months ago or a month?
No, it's like I think it's like a month or
a month ago, and I think so far it's just 400 views on YouTube, it, on YouTube. And that's the thing. Sometimes people only look at one side. Yes. Probably I didn't get to see how good the song is doing on the other platforms, and probably me looking at it from YouTube will check from there. Yeah. But here we are, and you are saying, so sometimes it's like that in the business. You can have the song having a success on all the platforms.
Exactly. But you see, the thing is, you can't judge that. I mean, judging music by the plays and numbers is not really the right thing. Of course, big numbers is the dream of every artist, right? I wish to have big numbers, and I look forward to it, and I'm working towards it. And it's going to get to a time, because there were times I couldn't even dream of 10 plays on Spotify. There were times I dropped songs on Spotify, I didn't get 10 plays. Now I'm at 50,000. So it's a work in progress. I know I'm going to get to the millions and all of that. But it's not the yardstick of measuring good music. It's the yardstick of measuring commercially successful music, yes. But you can't look at a song and say, oh, because it has 10 plays, it's not a good song. No, because every artist has once struggled with views and numbers and all of that. So it's a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right, guys. Like I said, we are still here, and I'm in the studio with Samuel G, and we're talking all about it. Producing a song and whatever it entails, and it doesn't mean that if a song is on YouTube and it doesn't have a lot of views, that does not mean that the producer or the artist didn't do justice to the song or didn't do well, but entails a whole lot of things, probably marketing. And besides, for all you know, maybe the song is doing good on other platforms. So like I said, we are here and we're talking all about it. So let me ask you, how much do you charge to produce a person?
$1 million. Get your money ready.
Okay.
No. But it depends, to be honest. I'm pretty flexible. I wouldn't want to put the price out there for many reasons, you know.
If you don't put the price, how will someone know in case they
if they reach out, they'll find out. You know, see, the thing is, I tried to check the price of a private jet.
Oh, okay.
A few months ago.
Oh, okay.
I was just interested. I was like, let me check. How much does it cost? And this is the thing. They never tell you the price.
They never tell you the price.
I reach out to them. You have to make inquiries first.
Me, yeah.
Yes. You have to. There are certain products you will never know the price. You have to reach out.
Yeah.
They don't do even features. Big artists, they never put their feature price out there.
Yeah.
You have to reach out and they'll tell you because they don't want it to be public info. I think that's what happens with class. I'm trying to build a class brand where I don't just have like everybody coming through. No. I want to keep it classy. So when you reach out, I'm very down to earth, easy going. Just reach out to me and we'll work something out depending on what you want to do.
You're right on that. I guess I've also heard a saying once. People go like cars like Rolls Royce and Bentley. They don't do adverts and stuff like that. So I guess they believe in the quality of their product. So I guess
they have a specific kind of
I guess you have a point there. So So now I want to find out now. So in case I'm here right now and I decide to sing a song. First of all, I didn't find out you play the instrument as well.
I do. I play.
Okay. So say I should sing a song right now. You can just, without you knowing the song, you can know how it should go and the beat that should go.
If it's a good song,
for first time we're gonna do something like that here in the studio.
All right.
I don't know. Here's the keyboard. I can just do some singing and let's just see how that goes. Let's put the legend to it. I'm just gonna sing 2 seconds.
I know he's looking for my trouble.
It's never been done before. This song is gonna be the first time you're gonna hear this song. So just gonna sing 2-3 lines from the song. So let's do this on the keyboard.
Let me turn on my.
So we are still here. Like I said, I'm here with the music producer.
I've never heard you sing it before, so I don't know if
I'm here with the music producer Samuel G, and this is the first time I'm about doing something like this on Labote YouTube channel. So I'm just gonna sing a song that I have for a long time. I'm just gonna sing 1 or 2, 3 lines. Let's see what the music producer does or do with it. So
I will give you honest feedback. So you didn't get there.
No problem. So let's go. It's a gospel song anyway. Okay, so
he wants to write his own. I can't tell you that.
All right. So let's go. Okay. So can I go?
Yeah.
Okay. When I think of all your goodness and your mercies you've shown me, and then I lift my hands to the heavens, and from my lips all I can say is, oh, you are Adon. Oh, you are Adon.
Hold on.
Oh, you are
Hold on, guys. Magic in the making. No, hold on.
Oh, you are Adon. Now that's the song, man. Let's see how it goes.
Hold on. Listen, guys.
All right.
First time I heard the song.
Okay. Okay,
now,
so I want you to take it with the whole key. Let's just see how it goes.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. When I think of all your goodness and the mercies you've shown me, then I lift my hands to the heavens, and from my lips all I can say is, oh, you are Adon. Oh, you are Adon. Oh, you are Adon. Oh, you are Adon. Now that's my guy. So the legend have been proven. Samuel G have shown me what he can do as a music producer. This didn't take like 20 seconds or whatever. And already we have a song going.
So all I would have to do, if you wanted to produce it, I would just have to put the drums.
So probably let's see in future you'll hear me record this song with Samuel G, and I believe you guys also love the song. So Samuel G, we don't need to say much. Like I said, just within this few time you've proven what you can do, and if we say we're gonna have this interview, we're gonna do it over and over and go. At least maybe probably we want to schedule it next time, and if there's something else we want to talk about it. In case someone wants to reach you to have something to do with you in terms of music wise, how can they get to you? Like how can they contact you? Where can they get you?
Just hit me up on Instagram. Usually I check my Instagram DMs quite regularly.
Okay.
Or any of the social media platforms I try to check. I think Twitter and Instagram is the best for reaching out on social media.
All right.
And I have the same handles everywhere. Maybe you can put it on the screen later.
Yeah, we'll do that.
At Samuel G Music. Okay. That's it. The same everywhere. Email is good, but sometimes email goes to the spam.
Okay.
So
you
can just.
We're gonna put all your contact there, like you said, and then anyone who wants to reach you, they will reach you. So once again, I want to say, Samuel G, it was nice having you on the show.
Very good show, and I like the the upfrontness, man.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Great.
All right, guys. So we're now bringing this session of the interview to an end. So like I said, anytime you want to hear interesting interviews like this, the only place to look at is Lapote's YouTube channel. So once again, I want to say thanks for watching. Have a nice time. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.